Am I visible? Am I audible? If I'm audible, please type Y if I'm audible and visible. Just let me know if I'm audible and if I'm visible or not. Yes. Just let me know. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Should I start?
Yes, ma'am. You can start,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now, welcome all of you and a very, very good afternoon. So, as for the topic, you have seen that we are dealing with artificial intelligence. Now, what is artificial intelligence? It is man versus machine. Have you heard of it? Machine learning. Yes. Now, basically, what is artificial intelligence? Can anybody just give me an idea? What do you know about artificial intelligence? Intelligence, we all know. What is intelligence and what is artificial intelligence? Just a little idea? Yes. One word. We are using artificial intelligence every day. Yes. But what is artificial intelligence? Machine learning. Have you heard of it? That means we are using the machine for our benefit. That is artificial intelligence. Is the chat box active? I cannot see anybody, any interaction out there. Yes. So, see, when we talk of artificial intelligence, this I would be taking the session in two different parts. First part, I will be dealing with the basic introduction of what is artificial intelligence. And in the second part, I would be dealing with the application of artificial intelligence. Yes. So in the introduction part, first we'll begin with introduction, then we'll go with the history of artificial intelligence. What is AI? AI, artificial intelligence, limitation of the human mind, how it is applied, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, what are the future, what is the future of this artificial intelligence, and finally the conclusion. Now, first introduction is, what do you mean by artificial intelligence? Now you see, here's a image. Okay. Now this image clarifies many things. Yes. Can anybody tell me that what do you get? What is the perception you get from this image? Yes. What is the perception that you get from this image? Anything? Anybody? Anybody? Please, in the chat box, let me know. What do you understand from this? You see, it's an artificial hand with a bulb to it. Now, what is this? See, artificial intelligence is actually a branch of science that deals with how to handle the machine. Yes. It is using the machine to find solution to complex problem in more human fashion. This generally involves borrowing characteristics from human intelligence and applying them as algorithm in a computer friendly way. One example of artificial intelligence? Anybody? Anybody? An example? See your smartphone. You are watching this session through your smartphone. Your smartphone is doing wonders, right? So that is also a very common example of artificial intelligence. That means intelligence. Intelligence is something that human being possess, right? We rule the animal kingdom. Why? Because of our intelligence. See, we are not born with nails. We are not born with fur, thick fur on our body. Even the skin is also not that thick, isn't it? Even the speed of running, we cannot match the animal speed of running also, but we can tame all the wild animals. Yes, because of our intelligence. So the intelligence is an evolutionary excellence. From the day human beings were evolved, it has ruled this. It has ruled this earth through its intelligence. So that is the reason that intelligence, we are using this intelligence artificially. That means we are making things, we are inventing things or procedures which help us to make our work easy. So that is what is the primary thing of artificial intelligence. Now, what is the history of artificial intelligence? See, it is not today. Long back in 1941, first electronic computer technology was finally available. In 1956, the term artificial intelligence was introduced. 1956, the first computer game was also introduced in that back 1956. In 1960, checkers play program that was able to play games with opponents. See, 1960s, it's not today. 1980, quality control system. 2000, first sophisticated walking robot was invented. Now see, nowadays we have gaming as a career. So how do you do with gaming as a career? It is the AI that boots to that. Now, what is artificial intelligence? See, artificial intelligence is basically computer oriented. Computers are fundamentally well suited to perform mechanical computation using fixed programmed rules. See, programming is very, very important. How well you fix the program, you program the thing, the computation will happen. So this allows artificial machine to perform simple monotonous tasks efficiently and reliably, which humans are ill-suited to. For example, common example, have you seen any videos of cold drink factory? Yes, bottling of cold drinks, very common. See, in this hot summer, yes. So you have seen that this bottling. So how do they do that? With full precision. The bottles come in an array and then the lids are put onto it. They are bottled and clean. Yes, developing. Yes, anything else? Any example? See, nowadays you have the dosa making machine, you have the roti making machine, bread machine. Yes, machine. Definitely, the machines that are run on human intelligence is actually AI. Yes. Yes. Now see, even the chat GPT. See, sometimes, you write poems. Writing a poem is not an easy task, right? Shakespeare took so many, I think he took a long time to write a poem. Robert Frost, Alfred Lord Tennyson, those were great poets, but they never used chat GPT. But nowadays, you think of an idea, you type it in that, speak it out or type it in the chat GPT and you get a poem written ready-made. What is that? That's also an example of artificial intelligence, right? Now you see the history of artificial intelligence. Now you see it's a journey right from 1956. Now first I said that it is in 1914. Yes, robotics, definitely. Yes, robotics is also an example of artificial. It is an application of artificial intelligence. Now see, the journey began from 1914, but you see 1956, the word artificial intelligence was coined, and who was the one? It was John McCarthy who was the one. In 1969, Shaky was the first general purpose mobile robot built. Okay, then in 1997, supercomputers, Deep Blue. Deep Blue was the first design which defeated the world chess champion in a game. 2002, first commercial successful robotic vacuum cleaner was created. Yes, he was the founder. Okay, then 2005 to 2018, speech recognition, dancing robots, smart homes, and many more to come from AI. Now you see, what is speech recognition? When we are typing something, see WhatsApp, everybody, yes, Google Assistants, definitely somebody wrote Google Assistant. Alexa, yes. Signing. Anything else? Yes, NLP, obviously. NLP, I'll come to NLP, and thank you so much, Manish Kumar. Okay, NLP, I'm coming to it. Yes, Siri. Yes, natural programming language. Definitely, I'm coming to it. So, It is 2005 to 2018. This is the thing. And I'm really thankful for your active interaction. Yes, smart home appliances, definitely. Yes. Nowadays you have ACs also. You don't have to use the remote to, to lower the cooling or if the it is automated, right? So these are all example of artificial intelligence. Now here, why do we need this artificial intelligence? Yes, it is needed. Why? Because it is a need of the hour. There's a fine line. See, we are advancement and distractions. What are these things? Artificial intelligence is something we are advancement. We are doing advancement in technology, right? Technological advancement is known as artificial intelligence. But this advancement can be correlated with distractions also. There are two sides of the coin, and this is the case where with AI as well. That means what? In one side, the advancement is going on, but you have to be very careful that on the other side, advancement in a negative direction, that means might cause destruction. Yes, it might be a social evil also. See, guns were invented for self-defense. But when guns were invented to destroy human being, it is also a negative invention. Yes, not for the human benefit. So atomic bomb, yes, definitely. Atomic bomb is also an example where intelligence can create destruction. Now, see, there are certain limitations of human mind. Now, why do we need that? For example, if you are given 20 Aadhaar cards, see, everybody, Aadhaar card is a very important and mandatory thing. So if you are given 20 Aadhaar cards and you are given 2 minutes or 3 minutes time just to note, leave aside the Aadhaar number, but can you memorize the name so fast? We cannot. We cannot recognize and identify things at a speed with precision, right? Even face recognition cannot be passed on to other person by explanation, right? The naming of color based on learning is not an absolute standard. So these are something, that is, we need the human mind. We need this artificial intelligence because the human mind has certain limitation. Now you see the motion picture. When we go to see a motion picture, if you see the theory behind it, the pictures are changing at a jet speed, rather I would say, if not jet speed, but the human perception is much lower. So that is why we see it as a story. But on the contrary, the pictures are changing at a fast rate and we perceive that it is a still movie or a theater going on. Did you get my point? So that is our limitation. But when we go to that artificial intelligence, yes, Alexa is a definitely thing. Yes, Alexa is something, Now, how do you apply to it? We apply artificial intelligence in expert system, natural language process, NLP. Some of you had already typed in the chat box about NLP, the natural language processing. Then speech recognition, definitely speech recognition is also something, in any language, if you see a word, Google can type to it. Instead of typing, you have that mic symbol. The symbol is there, the microphone symbol. So if you speak something, and even if, when you are writing, sometimes, as teachers, we use when we are making question paper, Google Doc. Even that microphone system is there. You speak and the question is already typed. Then finally you make the thing. So that saves the time. So that is speech recognition. Yes, text converter. Yes, definitely. Yes. Thank you so much, all of you. Because if you are active, that gives me the energy to go on. Then computer vision. Now, what is computer vision? Can anybody tell me? Yes, definitely it makes our work easier. Now, what is computer vision? Computer vision, camera option. Yes, definitely. Cameras. Yes. Now, sometimes when computerized cameras, for example, Chandrayaan 2, we'll never, yes, scanners are also there. Yes, scanners, definitely scanners. So when Chandrayaan 2, you saw, the photography of the moon. Yes, the photography of the surface of the moon. We will never go and see to that. Fingerprint locking, yes, definitely. I'm getting wonderful answers in the chat box. Thank you so much. So computer vision is also very much important to that. See, scanners are there, definitely. Thank you so much. So that is what you know what computer visions are. And finally we come object detection. Yes, computer vision, even the search history. Sometimes these computer vision, even this computer vision is used in medical diagnostic. For example, the endoscopy, a camera is inserted within with the small intestine or some part of that webcam. Yes, definitely webcam is also an example of computer vision. So what happens, the internal organs, they are visible. Radiology, yes. Drone, yes, definitely. Wonderful answers. Now robotics. Now what is robotics? Robotics is MRI. Yes, these are all. What is robotics? Robotics is actually deals with the robots. Now, what are robots? Robots are, yes, study of robots. So I will come to that in the later part. Now, what is expert system? Expert system is a computer program. See, everything is based. Yes, Sophia, definitely. Thank you. A big hand for you. Now, computer program designed to act as an expert in a particular domain. That means these are expert system. That means computers are computed or customized to that extent that they can do particular thing in a particular area. See, every computer cannot do everything. It has to be customized to that. Yes. So phases in expert system currently are designed to assist experts, not to replace them. See, experts, the human beings are always there. The expertization of the human being cannot be taken over by a machine, because computer programming or whatever things that a computer software does, okay, the software has to be designed and programmed by human being. So human replacement can never be happening. It just cuts down the hectic labor. It makes our work easier. That is the thing. Now, expert system currently are designed to assist experts, not to replace them. See, this line is very, very important, and they have been used in medical diagnostic, chemical analysis, geological exploration, and etc. Yes. So creativity of the human mind is always 100% above machine. Now again, the most favorite, NLP. Yes, the natural language processor understanding, because this is how we can communicate. And once we communicate, see, our language and the language, computer language, is entirely different. Those of you are from the computer or the IT background will understand very clearly, but those of you who are not from the IT background, for them only it is important to know that the what we type, that English Roman alphabets and all that, computer does not understand that. Computer language is something very, very different. Bits and bytes. Yes, at the very basic level, 1 and 0. These are the things, binary numbers we call it. I don't want to go into that detail, but that is what the computer understands. But to make the computer understand and programming, this English version, that RAM and ROM, that is too much, into the system. I don't want to go into that detail, but the computer should understand your language and perform it digitally. Yes, chat box, text extraction. Yes, speech recognition. Yes, definitely. So that is known as a natural language generation. Now, sometimes, the system has been so advanced that even if we want to learn a foreign language or a foreign word, especially Italy, France, there's French language, Italian, Roman. So these German even. So you can decode the meaning of that instantly. That is also an example of artificial intelligence. Yes. Now, speech recognition, I said, speech recognition is a primary interactive method of communication and used by human. It's not reading and writing, it is speech. Sometimes, yes, Google Translator, definitely. Now, The goal of speech recognition research is to allow computer to understand human speech. I said earlier also, computer needs to understand the human speech because it has to be programmed. The computer has nothing to understand, you know. Its language is entirely different. I said computer can identify only 0 and 1 in various forms. So that they can hear our voice and recognize the word we are speaking. This is a great innovation and it's a challenge, you know. It simplifies the process of interactive communication between people and computers. Thus, it advances the goal of NLP. For example, somebody sitting in Africa and might be watching my session. Just for example, it's just an example. And you know, my language, that English language may not be, understandable by that particular person. Yes, compiler. So that person will set the computer system in such a way that that English will be converted into his regional language and it would be displayed to him. Yes, binary number. Binary number is actually the computer language, but the computer can understand, recognize, and portray the speech in any form. So that is speech recognition is also one innovation in the field of artificial intelligence. Now, computer vision, we have already dealt with. Yes, people use generally vision as the primary means of sensing their environment. See, when you see, first, when you go to an unknown place, you just see, hum kahan aa gaye, which is a place where I am. It is dark or is it it is illuminated? What is it? How it is? It is a room. It is a go down. So generally you see, you sense. Eyes is a biggest sensory organ. So for sensing the environment, you use the eyes. But computer uses the vision to detect. See, underground photography. Yes, somebody said COBOL, Pascal. These are computer language. Yes, definitely. But since we are doing a general session, I don't want to go into the core of computer language and programming. So I want to cut it to the generic level. So we generally see more than we feel, hear, or smell. The goal of computer vision research is to give computers, see here, computers the same power facility for understanding their surrounding. So that the computer has to be equipped with such powers that it can detect its surrounding. Now the AI helps computer to understand what they see through attached cameras. That means scanners, what they understand, what they go through it. Okay. Now here is the robotic. What is robotic? It is a device. Simply, a robot is a device. What type of a device it is? It is an electromechanical device. Why electro? Because the internal software that is programmed, it is based and it is run with a battery or any electricity. So it is electro. And what is mechanical? Since it can move and perform the work, it is mechanical. So what is robot? Robot is actually an electromechanical device that can be programmed to perform natural tasks for it, or a reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator designed to move material, part, tools, specialized devices through variable programmed motion for performing a variety of tasks. An intelligent robot includes some kind of sensory apparatus that allows it to respond to change in its environment. For example, in the go down or in any huge factory, such huge amounts are to be loaded, unloaded, repacked. Yes, so they are done by a device. So robot does not mean that it has to be a humanoid form. Robots can be of any form. But I do fantasize someday that early morning, if some a robot just gets up and give me a tea and do my daily core, wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? Yes, because these are something, you know, human minds have been fantasizing down the ages. In class 9, or I think in class 9 English, there was a chapter, I don't know it's still there or not, that a person who had hired a robot to do his daily work. Yes, have you read that chapter? Why? Because this robots have always fantasized the human characteristics. Yes. And I remember when I was in school, I had a chapter where the house was completely mechanized. You know, early morning you get up, you just go into the tables, the dinner, the breakfast, the cup of tea, and everything is being served, and there's a machine to take away those and cleaning it. Yes, I don't remember the name of the chapter, but it was there. So that means what I want to say, this sort of a robot that we see, we have somebody have typed the name of that Sophia. You know, it's a, yes, it's an excellent focusing on competency. So that is something, you know, we have been, it is a imagination coming to life. That is robots. Yes. So again, I would say, what is a robot? Robot is a device. It's an electromechanical device that is programmed for a particular function, and it makes our work easier. Now, what are the advantages? They'll probably increasingly use in the field of medicine, definitely medicine. Then knowledge-based expert system, which can cross-reference symptoms and diseases, will greatly improve the accuracy of diagnostics. Yes. See, what we cannot do, machine can do. Sometimes, you know, human error happens, right? Human error happens, but once we come to the machine, it is always very precise and zero error, always accurate. So that is the reason we do, see, we do calculations, but our calculation and the calculation done by a computer, digital calculation, or when we do the calculation through calculators, no mistake at all, right? So we are depending. So this is gradually, this is artificial intelligence. What you are calculating, the machine calculates more fast to it. Yes, even the billing in the mall, human error will never happen, right? So object recognition will also be of great aid to the doctor. Yes. Now, along with images, CAT scans or X-ray machines, they'll be able to get preliminary analysis of these images. See, suddenly, sometimes, you know, what we do, we go to a diagnostic center, we go into any, for example, MRI, or that sonography, whatever scanning is there, the expert has to analyze and tell you what is actually wrong or what is right with that. Right, we call it that report lene aana hai, right? So that report takes a little bit of time, but at case of emergency, if it is done by the machine, it won't take that much time. The moment you do the sonography, or when the moment you do the MRI, the disease or the diagnosis is done instantaneously. So that is an advantage to that. This, of course, will be possible only if people solve. See, there are legal issues to it. Not anything and everything can be handed over to the machine. So that arises by giving power to a machine to control or influence the human health. So that has to be there. Now you see this image, you can see that a robot is carrying a child. Okay. And here again, you see a rover, this type of a machine, you know, in some distant space. So what is the idea, or what do you perceive from this image? Yes. What do you perceive? What is the idea that you are getting from this image? Anybody? Yes. What is the idea? What is the emotion? No, not emotion. Stick to the topic. Today's topic, correlate this image to artificial intelligence. Yes. Helping. Yes, Sanjeev Kumar, thank you so much. Helping. That means what? Intelligence, definitely. For example, see, if there's a disaster, a natural disaster or any natural catastrophic event happens, sometimes, you know, human being cannot reach to those places to rescue people. But if robots are used, they can sense better. So that is the reason robotics can be used in rescue operation. And here it is a space rover that sends the images of what is happening and now. Yes. With accuracy, yes, rescue operation. So this is what is happening. Okay. Yes. So that means definitely it is a boon to human civilization. It is helping us. Now you see, self-modifying when combined with self-replication. Now see, so many super hero movies. Have you seen any? Yes. So those of you who have seen the superhero movies, you see the villain. The who is the villain? At the end, comes with a huge army. Huge army. So that is also a disadvantage. That means what? If they start cloning, you are using this in a positive way, but self-replicating, that means yes, Avengers, yes, definitely Avengers are there. Not only Avengers, there are so many, so what happens, Spider-Man, Terminator, yes, so these are there. So when that self-replication comes, when the cloning comes, what happens, their negative villain or the negative part is also aggravated. That means you have one hero and the other in a negative role. So negative role starts increasing. So that means what? That such a new and a frequently mutating computer virus. Yes, computer viruses, if they start mutating, that is the disadvantage of AI. Now, what is the future? See, future, the day is not far when you will be sitting in your cozy room and your personal robot will do the entirely daily core. Yes, that's the excellence of technology, right? I don't know when that day will come, but definitely it has come to some part. Only thing is, since it is very expensive, you need to have the money to hire all this. Yes. Yes. Somebody, Japan has already, not only Japan, many, even in India, we also have. Yes. Now, here, but wait, you shouldn't be happy. Why shouldn't be happy? It may end in the other way too. Someday there will be a knock at your door, and as you open it, you see a large number of robots marching into your house, destroying everything you own and looting you. This is because ever since there's an advantage in the technology, it attracts anti-social elements. See, where there is something positive, obviously you have some side effects. So sometimes if positivity is attracted, obviously the negative anti-social elements will also be attracted. And this is true for robots too, because now they will have full power to think as human, and even as anti-social element. So think twice before giving them power of cognition. So obviously everything has two sides. Now, in short, the existence of AI has increased understanding of the natural intelligence and provided an impressive array of applications in a wide range of area. See, we have its application, but it has sharpened understanding of human reasoning. Now, see, once we are inventing the computer, even we are also sharpening ourselves to that excellence, to create that excellence, right? And of the nature of intelligence in general. At the same time, it has revealed the complexity of modeling human reasoning, providing new areas and rich challenges for the future. Obviously, the future is really challenging. Now, I know I would like to deal with this application. Now, we had already done what is artificial intelligence, where it is applied, and now here it is the application of artificial intelligence. Now, where do you apply artificial smart digital system that can overcome challenges and provided quick, efficient solutions? Many companies first in the field of AI and invest in various sectors. That means it has got a huge marketing sector, artificial intelligence, right? Now, where do we have to have some strategies, we have to design a plan, then we have to develop, and finally we have the operational model. This is how you are going to apply it, right? So what are the three parts where you have to play with data? The main thing, when you are using computer application in artificial applications, what are the components that is required? You need datas. Okay, data is required, technology is required, and you have to have strategies how to apply these strategies of artificial thing. Now you see, one is you need to have an internet. Internet is very, very important. Then physical AI, like industry automation, you can use that. Physical automation, cognitive AI as a worker trainer, general AI, you need to have that. What we are using, high precision learning from small data set. That is very, very important. And research is also. And finally, it has to be a sector that has to adapt to the explainable part of AI. That means the intelligence that is created should be controlled and understood by the human also. Now here, first and primary, why are we doing it? We have a primary sector. See, space research, I have already said, and online shopping. Yes, online shopping, will come to it later on. But first, application of AI in medicine. A medical clinic can use AI system to recognize bed schedule, make a staff rotation, provide medical. That means what the hospital staffs are doing. That can be digitally controlled, machine control. Then AI also have application in the field of cardiology, neurology, embryology, complex operation of internal organs. Okay. Now it has an application of image guide surgery. Yes, this is also very, very important. Image guided surgery, microsurgery and all that. These are all image guided. And image analysis and enhancement. This is definitely a field that has to. Then application in telecommunication. Now, what is telecommunication? Telecommunication, that means your phone, landline, or your mobile phone. You need to talk, this dialing, talking. Even what we are doing is a part of telecom, right? Now, industry including handling large volume of data using machine learning and analysis, automatic detection and correction of failure in transmission, automation, customer care services, and database storage service. See, so many of us at present, they are connected together. We are connected together with a common system. The WebEx we are using, it's an app, but we are connected to all of us. Even whatever I'm sharing is reaching you. That means, see, my computer along with the main computer system and data, we are linked together. So definitely it's a part of mass communication. So many telecom companies have utilized AI solution to handle increasing network complexities. Obviously, what we are doing, it is a complexity of expanding network, ever-changing communication technologies, and the humongous amount of data generated as such. Yes, so many people sitting at different corners of this part of the thing. See, I am from Dhanbad. Many of you are from Jamshedpur. Many of you are from Patna. But we are connected. So definitely, it's an application of AI. Application AI in gaming. See, gaming is becoming a new subject, right? Majority of the video games where there's a few featuring racing car games, shooting games, strategy games, they all have different components that are powered by AI or related applications. Physicist Willie Higginbotham created the first video game in 1958. Yes. Higginbotham was the first one in 1958, and the main object of utilizing AI is gaming is to deliver a realistic gaming experience for players of battle against each other on a virtual platform. Can you tell me one Bollywood movie? It's a Bollywood movie. Just it was released few years back, but it was a virtual robot. Yes, another something. Even Ravan. Yes, Ravan. Yes, thank you so much. So you saw that what we are fantasizing, or rather we were fantasizing earlier, is coming to reality. Yes. Now, artificial intelligence has got certain advantages and has certain disadvantages. If we count to the advantages, reduction in human error, digital assisting minimizes the need for human resource. Yes, all has helped to, AI has helped in coming up with the new invention, and AI has provided accurate work with great responsibility. But next is, what are the disadvantages? It is very much high cost. It's very, Yes, expensive. Yes. All AI has no creativity. Yes, this is the part where AI is always graded lesser than the human being. What human being does, AI will never be able to do that. The creativity, the thinking capacity of the human being, machine cannot think. No emotion. Yes. Then it would make human lazy. If you just get up and get a cup of tea, you will not get up to make the tea. So obviously, you will become very lazy, and AI will grow uncontrollable and eventually wipe out humanity. Yes, because see, the greed of people, greedy people are always there, right? It has got no feeling. Now, how come somebody has typed Sholay, but I don't think so. Ki Sholay had ever used any sort of artificial intelligence over there. Yes, do you think? I have seen Sholay many times, but I don't know if it has used any artificial intelligence. And even the gun that was used, it was a manual part. Manual, yes. Okay. But thank you so much for the interaction. Yes. Now, the future scope of AI. Now, what do you think that in future, how are we going to use this artificial intelligence? What do you think? What do you think that we can use this artificial intelligence in a different way? It is dangerous if not controlled. Yes, definitely. Human made machine, not machine made. Yes, that is there. You would use it to wash your clothes, definitely. But nowadays we have the washing machine, It's not anything for the future. Play music for me, okay. But anything, medical facilities, yes, always there for researchers. Yes. Okay, it is dangerous, we know. But what are the areas where we can use for teaching? Yes, there's one chapter in class 9 where the name of the chapter is Fun They Had. Have you read that English chapter? So it is depend on that ebooks. They don't have schools. They don't have schools. The children just sits in front of the computer, and the computer is scheduled a program as per we have periods in a class. So that 40 minutes every session, and the teacher is not humanoid form, a digital trainer. Okay, so lack of emotion. Yes, it is in class 9, chapter 1, Fun They Had. Yes. Household core, okay. Educational field, definitely. Definitely. Now see, we can use this in other fields like space research. Now the in space research, we are still depending on rockets. They have to be shown. Then have you ever thought that if there was such kind of a design machine that could see that if there is life in the other planet or not? Why? Because why are we not able to achieve that? Because the thing is, one planet, distance between two different planets is nearly light years. That means it take nearly 1 year for light. So if it is 462 light years, that means the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. So if light takes that much time to reach that, human being or anything else will never reach that. So I would think, on my thing is, space research is also one of the areas where this has to be used. Yes. Now, looking at the features and its wide application, we may definitely stick to artificial intelligence. Seeing at the development of AI is that that the future world is becoming artificial. Yes, definitely. How many of you pay your visit to your friend's house to say good morning or hi, hello or happy Diwali? But our WhatsApp chat boxes, they are flooding. WhatsApp chats would be flooding with happy Diwali and happy New Year. Maybe we never meet each other also. All fake. And morning, those roses and, leaf. Happy, take care, and good morning. Maybe we don't even talk to them. But those emojis are sent. Those images are sent. right? Why? Because again, that is artificial intelligence, and it is also shortening our world. Human to human contact is becoming very less, but digital contact is becoming a very new modern thing, you know. Nobody bothers to say hi, hello to the neighbor who is just next door. But you know, sending songs, sending images, and what people share. Yes, so that is there. So we are all mechanized. Now, biological intelligence is fixed, but it is an old, mature paradigm. But the new paradigm of the non-biological computation and intelligence is growing exponentially. Yes. See, old paradigm and new paradigm. What is paradigm? Paradigm is something that is very new and modern theory. Okay. Now, what do? It's a change. Definitely, it's a change. See, biological intelligence, it is limited to that. Everybody is having 1.5 liters of brain. Yes. Now, what happened? But this non-biological computation of intelligence is growing exponentially. So that is a new field. It's a paradigm change. Now, the memory capacity of the human brain is probably of the order of 1,000,000,000 binary digit, but most of this is probably used in remembering visual impression and other comparatively wasteful ways. So that means we human beings have memory, but we don't have that much memory. So we are keeping memory things. Our phone have memory, our laptops have memory. So they have got a wide memory. They can keep and store things what we human beings cannot. Yes. So hence we can say that the natural intelligence is limited to the volatile two world and may now depend upon computers for smooth working. Evenly, we are solely becoming dependent digitally, right? Now here are some of the areas where we can use AI. Now, where do we see natural language processing, NLP? We have seen now biologically inspired computing, optical characterized recognition. You know, I have heard and I have seen one person also that he was unable to see. Okay, something was problem. Something, there was a optic nerve or something. It was damaged to that, and you know he has undergone a surgery, and you know a chip has been implanted. A small chip has been implanted in some part of his brain, and now the person can see everything. That means without using the eyes. Manually, how we use the eyes, it is not essential, but the person can have the sense of vision through that chip because they have implanted a camera and a vision through it. So definitely it's a very, very revolutionary change that artificial intelligence have gone. Pattern recognition, artificial life, then object recognition, automated reasoning, automatic target recognition, robotics, artificial creativity. These are one. Then facial recognition system. See, some of the biometric lock, they use the retina for that. Speech recognition, image processing, then cybernetics, handwriting recognition, decision support system. Sometimes you know you have the converters, so many converters to their image to text, like that. So that way that handwriting converters is also there. Now decision support system, concept mining, intelligent word recognition. See, in the Google, if you just say the word, you get the meanings, you get the synonyms, you get the original of the words, then whatever version of that word is available, you get to know that. So that means that is intelligent, again, artificial intelligence, and much, much more. So these are the areas, you know, where you have to go through it. Now here, you see, there are some of the examples, or rather it is application to autonomous cars project. What is autonomous car? That means driverless car, self-driving car. It is a vehicle that is capable of sensing its environment and navigating without human input. It is an example of AI. Now, Blue Brain project. Now, what is Blue Brain project? It was a project which has attempted to create and synthesize the brain. That means synthesize the brain by reverse engineering mammalian brain circuitry. They have created an artificial brain to understand because the brain is not an easy subject to study. It has got 10 basic cranial nerves, and nerve cells are once created and it will be never be created in the future. So that is the reason brain is supposed to be the most complicated human organ, and rather it is the CPU, the central processing unit. To study the brain, the Blue Brain project created an artificial brain to study that. It was done in 2005. Now, here the Google Brain. Now, what is Google Brain? We all know the deeper learning project, parts of Google X attempting to mimic the human level intelligence. The project technology is currently used in the Android operating system, speech recognition system, photo search for Google, and video recommendation in the YouTube. And what is Google now? Intelligent personal assistant developed by Google. Now you see, like Alexa, voice search commands available in this app for Android and Mac OS. It is use a natural language user interface to answer questions, make recommendation, and perform action by delegating the request. Now here, this is Apple Siri. Somebody had already typed that in the first part only. It is what is? It is a computer program that work on an intelligent personal assistant and knowledge navigator. What is navigator? The search engine. The part of Apple iOS, the watch OCs, the Mac OCs, the TV OCs operating system, the features, use of natural language, user interface to answer questions, make recommendation, and perform action by delegating request. Yes. Then Microsoft Cortana is an intelligent personal assistant. Again, it is created by Microsoft for Windows 10, Windows 10 mobile window, phone 8.1, Microsoft band, Xbox One, iOS, Android. It can set reminders, recognize natural voices without the requirement for keyboard inputs, and answer questions using information in Bing search. Now, Holmes. What is Holmes? Again, it is a cognitive computing system developed by the Indian Technology Corporation, Wipro. Wipro had developed in 2016. It uses the development of digital virtual agent, predictive system, cognitive process, automation, visual computer, then application, knowledges, and virtualization, robotics, and drones. Drones are also quite common nowadays, right? Then Wolfram Alpha. What is Wolfram Alpha? It is a computational knowledge engine or answer engine developed by Wolfram Research. These are companies that have developed this. It's an online service that answers factual queries, FAQ, right? Then directly by computing the answer for externally sourced. See, sometimes, when you ask a question, you are given that this is the page where you find websites. You are directed to separate websites that gives you the answer. But Wolfram Alpha, what does it do? Instead of diverting you to other web pages, this might got the answer on a search engine might. So they will give you a first mode answer. Okay, rather than providing you a list of documents or web pages that might contain the answer as a search engine might. So, and many, many more things that can be done. Now you see, artificial intelligence has to be paired with human being. It is a paired technology, right? Pairing new technologies with human aspirants. Right, you see, X machine, with an exclusive billion. These are things, that robot and the human being. See here, one is the robot and one is the human being. Today, making machine and human indistinguishable from each other in no longer science fiction. It's a good business messages in the media. You see two different people. One is a machine and one is a human being. So they look exactly like this. They do things like that, but they are always some points or some grade lesser than the human intelligence. Now you see, when we are dealing with all this robotics and everything, there are some ethical issues. The ethics of artificial intelligence is the part of the ethics of technology specific to robot and other artificial intelligent being that typically divided into two major parts. That means AI ethics. One is robot ethics and machine ethics. It is concerned with the moral behavior of human as they design, construct, use, and treat artificial intelligent beings. So there should be some moral value. If you create a robot, you cannot treat them unethically, right? And what is machine ethics? It is concerned with moral behavior and artificial moral agent. See, you cannot design anything and everything that harms the human dignity. And even if you are creating a robot, the robot also should be treated in a dignified manner, right? So what is and you know, some human imaginations are there. We have so many imaginations related to artificial intelligence. Many fictional intelligence are related to it, right? So I think in the near future, whatever fiction, whatever was there in our imagination, someday will come to have a, it would be potentially alive. Science fiction sometimes emphasize the danger of artificial intelligence. See, many of you had written it in the chat box. The side effects of those superhero movies. So what is being shown in the movies? Somewhere, someday, it is in the imagination, and someday it will come to this AI section. So then that fiction and the reality will become very close to it. Artificial intelligence is the theme of many film and books. See, those Terminator, A Space Odyssey, Metropolis, Interstellar. So we have been Robocop. So we have been fantasizing all these things, and part of it is here. See, till now we have discussed a brief about artificial intelligence. We have discussed some of its principles, its applications, its achievements, the ultimate goal of institution and scientists working of AI is to solve majority of the problems to achieve the task which we human directly cannot accomplish. That means they are going to help us with their precision. Now, it is for sure that the development in this field of computer science will change the complete scenario of the world, and now it is the responsibility of the creamy layer of the engineer, because you have to be that much skilled, you have that much competence to deal with it, and knowledge of application to this development in this field, right? And finally, if you have any question, do type in the chat box. Yes, we have nearly completed, nearly ended. But if you have any question, do ask me. Yes, if you have a question, just I'm there to answer. No question, okay? Okay, no question. Okay, okay, okay. So I think majority of you have no question. So here's a big thank you from my side before we end the session. And thank you so much for such wonderful interaction. Yes. So I hope I've come to the end of the session, and thank you so much.